There is a land in the north that spans 663,000 square miles, a land larger than Texas, Montana, and California combined. Its 3,000 rivers and 3 billion lakes make up nearly 100,000 of those square miles, dwarfing even the Great Lakes of Michigan. It embodies 34,000 miles of shoreline, longer than all the lower 48 United States combined. It is home to 12 of the 13 highest peaks in the United States, with Mount Denali standing head and shoulders above the rest. Dotted with 70 volcanoes of various activity levels, an eruption here is not uncommon or unexpected. With its endless seismic movement, it's no stranger to earthquakes either. This is a land that sees months of sunlight, followed by months of darkness, fringed with an occasional colorful display from the aurora borealis. Nearly 30,000 square miles of this land is covered in over 100,000 ancient glaciers, which punctuate the greens of the summer landscape with hues of the purest sky blue and blazing whites from snow that fell thousands of years ago. This wild and untamed land is home to muskox, caribou, moose, and some of the largest bears in the world. And though it has been inhabited by civilizations for over 12,000 years, it remains one of the lowest densities of human population in North America, with an average of 1.2 people per square mile. While the popular perception of this land is one of unforgiving cold and endless blankets of snow across its high mountains, deep valleys, and expansive tundra, the truth of the matter is that summers here are in fact pleasant, if not somewhat frantic, as plants, animals, and people emerge from a dark winter wonderland and burst forth into the 24 hours of daylight as if to make up for lost time and prepare for the inevitable return of the snowy shroud. This is a land with a history of untold riches for those strong enough to wrestle them from her icy clutches. Beginning with the fur trade, gold strikes, vast oil discoveries, huge pockets of coal, and now fisheries of the finest seafoods in a landscape ripe with experiences for the adventure seeker. There are roughly only about 14,000 miles of public roads in this vast land, which is about the same amount as the state of Delaware, the second smallest state in the U.S. Even the term highway is used loosely here, and long stretches of these main thoroughfares are actually not paved at all. This leaves the vast majority of the state inaccessible to even four-wheel drive vehicles. To reach the rest of this wilderness, you'll have to do it by boat, plane, snow machines, and maybe even sure-footed, furry sled dogs. But along these few stretches of gravel, dirt, and pavement lies some of the most incredible land to be found in North America. Welcome to the last frontier, the land of the midnight sun. Ride along with us as we explore Alaska. If you're new here, welcome to our story. This is my beautiful and talented wife, Sarah, who knows her way around a four-wheel drive and a camp kitchen. And this is our 8-year-old daughter, Caroline, who has spent the better part of her childhood traveling and exploring the great outdoors. And myself, well, I'm Kevin, your narrator, cameraman, and all-around storyteller. We are the Lifestyle Overland family, and this is another chapter in our 3 years of full-time adventure seeking and storytelling. As you've probably guessed by now, we're headed north, way north, to revisit Alaska, the place that first inspired our leap into this crazy lifestyle. Oh, and for you new folks riding along, the short story up until now is that after years of stressful jobs, overtime schedules, and a few tough personal losses, we took the plunge, quit our jobs, and sold almost everything before hitting the road in our 4Runner and Turtleback trailer.
I have a secret.
We're about to embark on a new adventure. We're now devoting our full-time efforts to Lifestyle Overland.
Our journey will begin on the Gulf Coast of Texas, then travel a meandering path north through desert, grassy meadows, alpine forest, high plains, and tundra to our northernmost destination, the Arctic Ocean at Prudhoe Bay, Alaska.
We're in Alaska, baby! Woo!
We had no idea what the future held, but we knew we wanted to drive as far north as possible and share our experiences along the way.
I'm a junior ranger.
Round of applause for my junior ranger here. All right.
Needless to say, our first time in Alaska made quite the impression on us. And if I'm being honest, it feels like we left a part of ourselves behind in this vast frontier. And even though we spent 2 full months exploring this land before heading south again, we were still finding ourselves awed by its beauty and overwhelmed with the sheer magnitude of places to explore. We have often longed to return and pick up where our explorations left off. But with the recent pandemic, travel through Canada was out of the question, and the alternative of shipping our rig north far too expensive. But fortunately for us, there's another way to have your Alaskan cake and eat it too. And that is what has brought us back. So, let's get this adventure started. After a long day of flying, a few hours of sleep, and copious amounts of coffee, it was time to meet the folks who helped make this trip a reality. Craig and Brook of Alaska Overlander. This family has been following our adventures since the early days, and were inspired to give overland travel a try with their 3 kids.
Wow, welcome guys back.
Thank you.
Thank you to Alaska.
Like most of us, once they began their own adventures, they fell in love with the pastime and eventually saw an opportunity to help other families experience the excitement of off-grid travel here in Alaska by building and renting a fleet of 4-wheel drive vehicles outfitted with some of the finest camping gear available. With their business growing by leaps and bounds in just a few months of operation, they've come full circle in the chain of inspiration and invited us back to Alaska to experience even more adventures in a very familiar platform, a 2020 Toyota 4Runner named Denali. After a quick walkthrough of their build, featuring things like ARB storage drawers, Dometic fridge, dual batteries, camp kitchen, iCamper tent, and a 180-degree awning, they then surprised us with some Alaskan staples for the road: coffee, moose nuggets, and Caroline's favorite, a stuffed bear to ride along with.
Another stuffing.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's our favorite
stuffing.
stuff.
Awesome.
With keys in hand and butterflies in our bellies, we mounted up and headed into town to procure a few days' worth of groceries and outdoor essentials. Well, here we are again. Alaska. Guys.
Are you gonna cry?
No. Maybe a little on the inside. Wow. Here we are, Father's Day 2021. You can't ask for a better start than this right here. And Craig and Brook, thank you so much for this opportunity to ride around in this beautiful 2024 Runner outfitted with the finest gear. I mean, I'm very impressed. I'm very, very impressed with what you guys have done with this kit. If you guys have been wondering how in the heck you're ever going to get to Alaska and explore it, this is an easy way to do it. This is probably the way to do it if you can't take off 1 to 2 months from work.
And drive up.
And drive all the way up. All right, well, let's get all of our stuff figured out and get on the trail. How's it feel to be back?
Good.
Yeah, you excited? What do you want to see first?
What do I want to see first? The husky dogs.
The husky dogs,
Yes.
of course. Well, I think we might have something special in the works.
What is it?
I'll have to surprise you with it.
Just tell me. Tell me.
Now we got to figure out how to get all of this in there.
Hey, watch me now. Just watch me.
She knows how to pack. Yeah, I'm getting a little tight on space already.
On the Denali. So this was my request because when we did it last time, we took it in 4 days because we kind of had crappy weather. Well, the weather is about the same as it was last time, but there's always tomorrow. Maybe we'll be lucky and tomorrow will be different, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay. What do we think?
Love it.
Feels surreal. Like we never left. I can't wait to get out there to the river.
Same. I can't wait to fish tonight.
Miss this bad boy. Doesn't it feel like our wedding day?
Oh boy. It's your own little portable bug hut.
Oh my god.
So I don't know if you guys remember this spot or not, but this is a definite highlight for us from the original trip. This is where Caroline and I just wore out some grayling. I mean, one fish after another. So we're gonna see what we can do this time around too. Here he goes.
Nice one.
Look at this.
It's a tourist sound, the damn smallest crowd, but their hearts break loud. Far from ever feeling lost with me. I'll push you back to born to land sea. They're going down for love, and love is free. Stick with me and I will guarantee you're never lost among the crowd with me. Never lost among the crowd with me. Everywhere you go I read. Anywhere you go I see. You're never lost among the crowd with me.
Alright guys, well, here we are. Had a nice quick dinner of frosted shredded wheat. You might not know it, but it's about 10:30 p.m. right now. It's pretty doggone light, and we've got some thick cloud cover. Let me tell you, it's surreal being here again. In a way, it feels like we never really left. And in another way, it feels like we didn't even travel that far. It's strange. You fly all the way up here, and you just skip ahead to the best parts. And that's exactly what we've done. So, let's get some sleep. After a good night's sleep, quick breakfast, and some tasty Alaskan coffee, it was finally time to see if our honey hole from 3 years ago was still packed with grayling. For this time around, Caroline has graduated from the push-button spin caster to the spinning reel. I was a little bit concerned she would have a steep learning curve to make the switch, but turns out she's got some natural talent. As with most 8-year-olds, while she excels in casting skills and initial enthusiasm, patience is a virtue yet to be mastered, especially when the fish aren't cooperating in the first 20 minutes. And after 45 minutes without a nibble, even this guy's patience was worn a bit thin. But hey, we've got all of Alaska out there waiting on us, so we'll try again on the next stop. Well, did we have any luck?
No.
No.
Fish are rotten.
Not our usual spots, are they?
Yeah.
Now, it's time to head off the main roads and revisit a place we just barely missed the first time around. Thankfully, this type of tent packed down super quick, even with the bedding still inside. And the best part, no zippers to fight. Moose. Big one. With a baby.
With a baby.
We finally made it. All right, guys. Well, it's taken us over 3 years, but we finally made it to Roosevelt Lake. Oh, man. Yeah, the whole way. We were about a quarter mile away last time. Water was rising, mud was insane, unfamiliar territory, so we pulled out, but we're back, and it's amazing. Fish are already jumping, they're happy to see us, so it's time to get the rod and reel out. Ooh.
Yeah!
There you go. Good
Mine's got
job.
3.
Good job.
Nice.
This.
What'd you find?
I found a boat.
A boat?
Why?
Like somebody left in a hurry or something?
Yeah. What a find. That's crazy. I wonder if someone had it stashed here just to use, or?
I'm actually really excited if I could be honest.
What are you making, Kev?
Making some oarlocks.
A rope.
Had a rope, had a paracord in back.
You're gonna make us sing.
Jump!
Jump!
Got my boot wet.
You were just saying.
Look at this guy. Easy boy, easy. What a beautiful trout. All right, boy. Ready? Woo, what a fight.
Whoa, where are we going?
There you go, look at you. You got this figured out. Row, row, row your boat that you found beside the stream. We're not sure where the owners went, but
Life's so
This
fun.
was fun for me.
good job.
Thank you.
Awesome job.
Okay, what are you peacocking for?
You said you needed a can opener?
Yes. What you got?
The old Leatherman coming in clutch. Let's get your peas on.
Yes. Millimeter by millimeter.
We'll figure out a way, right?
That's right.
Adapt and overcome. It's what you do out here in the Alaskan wilderness.
The last frontier.
The last frontier. Overland. The more you go, the more you know. As we stared out over that glassy, pristine lake, it was finally sinking in that we were back
back to the last frontier, back to the land of the midnight sun, back to the hunting grounds of the Alaskan mosquito. But it feels so right to be so at home and so at peace with this breathtaking land. And we're just getting started. Join us next week as our adventure continues to slowly reveal more of the beauty, history, and culture found here in Alaska. And if you've enjoyed this video and want to support more adventures like this, then consider joining us on patreon.com/lifestyleoverland. All these fine folks you see here are what keeps this story going. Thank you, patrons, for your continued support. For more information on overland rentals in Alaska, please check out Craig and Brook's website at alaskaoverlander.com. Until next time, stay curious.